Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is not financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Mara, Riot, Hive, Argo, Bitfarms, Hut, Care1, DMG Blockchain, DigiHost, Galaxy Digital, Any, Tokens.com, Luxxfolio, Blue Sky Digital Assets, and Bit Digital. Okay, let's jump right into it. So today it's gonna be a little bit different. I mean, there are no big changes to last week in the miner comparison. So I thought, maybe I'd talk a little bit about some other miners, because in my miner comparison right now, I have 8 mining companies which I'm following, which I'm invested, and where I have enough information to put it in there. But I really want to increase this year, want to add more miners. And I will show you today some potential candidates here, and I will talk a little bit about this. But first of all, the BMXI for last week here. From the large caps here, Mara and Riot. Mara is still a little bit in front, but they're very close together now. Very interesting in my opinion. From the small caps here, DMG and DigiHost close together. I'm really not happy about the transparency of these two companies. Maybe I shouldn't have put them in the BMXI, because until end of March or April I had only these 6 companies, and then a lot of people urged me and said, okay, come on, put DMG or DigiHost in there, and I did. But the transparency is really not good. I don't know when the miners are coming. They should starting to increase the hash rate. But we have no news, no updates here, and that's what I don't like. So if I don't get any news until end of next week, so maybe I will temporarily suspend these 2 guys here. Then we look to the mid caps. These 4 here, Hive, Hut, Bitfarms, and Argo. I mean, with Hive, there's also a little bit of trouble with the financials right now. They delayed it 3 or 4 times now. I want to mention here that they are operating in different countries, also in Europe, in the EU. It's Sweden and Iceland. I don't know how difficult it is to get these audits there. But I was working until this summer for a big German OEM car manufacturer. And I know how complicated EU rules are. And I think in crypto it's a lot more complicated. And everything is very slow and so on. A lot of bureaucrats. So I personally think they don't want to hide anything or so. I think it's really the bureaucracy here. Maybe Darcy, the CFO, needs some more support here. He needs some employees there. Maybe Frank should give him some more stuff here to be a little bit faster. But I really think it's because of these different jurisdictions. For me, it is a big opportunity, I think, because a lot of people are selling, I think, because of the missing financials. And I'm buying. I was increasing my position in the last few weeks because I don't think they have to hide anything. I mean, the first quarter of this year should be a very good quarter for Hive, because Ethereum mining was very profitable. They don't had a lot of Bitcoin hash rate, to be honest, at that time, but that was a lot of Ethereum. But right now they have 1 exahash in Bitcoin mining, 3.3 terahash in Ether mining, and they ramp it up to 3 exahash until next year, and to 5.5 terahash with Ether mining, until they go to proof of stake. So I'm okay with this right now. So this Frank said they will release next week. Hopefully at the beginning, not at the end. We will see. Hut still a little bit down here in the BMXI. They had this offering here, but they are very excited about this offering. I really feel like they have a big fish, and they wanted to bring him in there. A big investor. I mean, when you remember Riot and Mara, they have now BlackRock as an investor. So maybe BlackRock was also interested in Hut. I think that's a possibility, or another big fish. I don't know. Maybe it's Kevin O'Leary is already invested. So I don't think it's him. But Hut is right now is very hype. People love it. And so I think, it could be maybe BlackRock or another institution, who knows. I don't think right now what I heard and so on, that HUD will release on Monday or Tuesday, that they made big purchases and so on. I feel like it was more to get the big fish on board, and then look for these opportunities for acquisition or for mining equipment or so. So I think this can take a little bit, but this is pure speculation for me. I don't have more information than you have. Yeah, Bitfarms looks also very undervalued in my opinion. It's very quiet right now from Bitfarms. I'm not used to this. But from these mid caps here, they look the most undervalued. They want to get new miners from Bitmain at the end of this month. Hopefully they can get them online. They said it's 7,200 new as 19s. And they said, okay, the first, as I understand it, they will put the first batch online. So maybe it's 1,000 or so. I don't expect going online 7,200 miners at the end of the month. I think this will happen in the next few months here. So that's the BMXI here. On the market cap here, yeah, Mara here, the leader. And yeah, you can see Argo here is a little bit on the rise here. Okay, so a little bit different today. Bitcoin right now is 47,500. When we look at the chart, it looks a little bit weird. We are mimicking here this a little bit. We are mimicking this one here. And a lot of people are saying we are right now here. We could be here. So a big drop is imminent. So I think it's possible. I don't think we're going down to 20K or so, but I think a drop here is possible, maybe into the 40 regions, but it's not necessary. I think we can also rise from here. And in these times when everyone is getting bearish and so on, I think it's important to think about why I'm investing in. Do I believe in this story in Bitcoin? I'm a big believer in El Salvador and all these things that are going on. And I saw an interview with Kevin O'Leary, interviewed from McCormack. I forgot the first name. And yeah, I forgot it. I don't know why. But yeah, that was very interesting about institutions. And I'm feeling more and more like the institutions, they really want to get into it. They have a lot of money on the sidelines. But yeah, these compliance tools, these ESG tools and so on, they don't include crypto right now. So it's not possible for a lot of them. And that's why when MicroStrategy takes, is doing share offerings or taking debt or so, that they all want to, that they're crazy oversubscribed. The same thing with Coinbase, with the fixed income stuff here at 4%. They were. I think they took 1 billion, and yeah, they could have got like 6 or 7 billion. So the institutions they want to get in, and for them it's more easy to buy stocks than crypto itself, and that's why I think in the long term the price from Bitcoin really goes up, because the institutions are there, but they cannot buy directly. But they do it with the companies, and that's also very important that the companies are hodling, because a lot of institutions, they want a Bitcoin proxy like MicroStrategy. Sorry, Michael, but it's more or less a Bitcoin proxy right now. And for example, BlackRock is investing in Riot and Mara, and they're also hodling. And I said this last year when I had like 50 subscribers or so on YouTube. I said, for me, hodl is very important, because the Bitcoin is the true value. I mean, hash rate is great and so on, and it's important to generate, but hash rate today is a lot more valuable than hash rate in the future, because of the rising competition and so on. But when you have Bitcoin on your balance sheet, Bitcoin is today most likely has less US dollar value than in 1 or 2 years, because it's appreciating. And that's why you need to hodl this thing. The institutions are there. They have to dilute the stock more often. Some people are annoyed about this, but this will continue. And yeah, when I take the example for Bitfarms, for example, where people are complaining about dilution, I mean, within 1 year, they doubled their shares outstanding from 80 to 170 million shares. But the stock is up from October here at 30 Canadian dollar cents. Up here it was at more than 9. So it had 30x with a more than 100% dilution, okay? So you still have a 30x. Same with Argo Blockchain and so on. So yeah, I think when you reinvest the raised money into mining equipment, this makes a whole lot of sense. And the higher the stock prices go, the less important will be the dilution. For example, if you have Mara right now with 3.5 billion market cap, I mean, with 10% dilution, they can get 350 million US dollars. And you know, you can buy like 80,000 miners or so. That would be additional 8 exahash for Mara, and that would approximately double their revenue in the future. So yeah, the higher the stock prices get, the less is affecting the dilution. So, and I hope for this bull run that these stocks will go to insane highs. I think it's maybe not the end of the year. Maybe this bull run will take longer. I don't know. It's maybe gonna be next year or so. And yeah, if you see Bitfarms, for example, at $50 US or so, at the peak of the bull run, they can get very, very cheap capital here from the market. Okay, but yeah, maybe let's check first Argo, because that was nice. I was tweeting when Argo was here. I said, okay, if we break out, I can see this is a possible scenario, like HUD 8 did here with the Nasdaq listing. A little bit delayed, but yeah, that was a nice move here. Yeah, and Argo so far, it's following this line. And yeah, next week we will have Nasdaq IPO. We will have dilution here with 75 million shares, but I think it's already priced in. And I hope it's not going to be a sell the news event. I hope this is really the start here for the rocket for Argo. I mean, look at the volume. It's starting to pick up a bit here, but look where we were here in January. So there's a lot of room for growth for Argo. Okay, but yeah, today I want to talk about other mining companies. Here, for example, is Cipher Mining. The stock really did well since they had this merger here with this SPAC. I forgot the name, something with works. And yeah, since then here it's up from $10 US to $13.5 US. So a really nice start here on Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap in my opinion. It's 3.3 billion market cap. And as I'm aware of, they don't have any miners right now online, so it's all about the future. But they are right now securing big batches of miners for the future. The team looks very focused and professional here. What I also like is that they have here a head of power here, Sami Bayardi. He's the head of power, and we know that power is the biggest cost factor for a miner. So I think that is very important. Meet our board of directors. What is really interesting for me that Caitlin Long, we know her from Wyoming and so on, a very important person in the VIP in the crypto space or Bitcoin space. And as I'm aware of, she's on the board of directors, so a very good team, as it looks like. Of course, right now no miners online, as I'm aware of. What is also interesting, that Bitfury is invested with 50 million, and I thought, okay, they will deliver the miners. But it looks, for me, this is speculation, that the 5 nanometer chip miner from Bitfury is not ready. And that's why Cipher Mining is, they are buying Watts miners from MicroBT and the Bitmain Antminer S19. We will talk about this. So that also means, in my opinion, for HUD 8, for example, they're still using Bitfury technology there, Bitfury miners. I don't think they will upgrade with the 5 nanometer miner there from Bitfury. They were telling that they're developing. It looks like it will take longer for them to get this miner out. And Cipher Mining is right now looking for power. They're signing these purchase power agreements here with power purchase agreements with different power producers here. The goal is at the end of 2025 to have 745 megawatts of capacity here. They want to have it carbon neutral. And I think the goal is, I read that they, at the end of next year, they want to have 14.5 exahash online. That's incredible. Very questionable whether this is possible, but they secured, I think, approximately 8 or even a little bit more exahash are secured with the Bitmain, and they bought 27,000 Bitmain end miners and 60,000 Watts miners here. I will show you here the SEC filing. So that's very interesting. The different models here, M31S Plus, M30S, and so on. These different miners with a different efficiency. What I really like, I think from the 60,000 units, 30,000 is fixed the price, and the other 30,000 is dependent on mining profitability. I always tell you that the price per terahash in US dollar is the most important number for the mining companies, because it includes the hash rate, the difficulty, the price of Bitcoin, and so on. It's all in this one number here. And the mining hardware manufacturers, the prices of these computers, as I'm aware of, is with they making these prices with approximately an ROI of 1 year with the mining profitability. So but next year in summer, for example, the mining profitability could be a lot higher or a lot lower. And in this agreement here with MicroBT, Cipher Mining has this formula. When the price adjusts, when the mining profitability goes up or down. So that's very interesting in my opinion. Should be a good thing also think about for the other mining companies to get the risk a little bit down, especially when you make these long-term deals for the next 24 months or so. I mean, a lot of things can change there, that's for sure. Okay, so Cipher Mining right now, I'm not invested. I really wanted to get the merger through there, so that was all successful. I really want to see now that they get the miners online. The problem is right now I have to sell something to invest into Cipher. There's not a lot of cash left here. I think this company is interesting. In my opinion, it's not cheap right now with the 3.3 billion, because when I compare it, for example, to Riot or Mara, Riot and Mara is approximately at 3.5 billion. Riot maybe 2. I don't know what the 600 million offering, how much they got there. Let's say 3 to 3.5 billion, so approximately the same number. But these two companies, they already have more than 2 exahash online, and they also have big expansion plans, and they have their own mining facility, especially Riot there in Texas with 700 megawatt next year. So I'm not seeing right now why I should invest big into Cipher Mining and not holding Riot and Mara, but this could change. When they get their first miners online, hopefully in November and so on, maybe I will buy a little bit earlier. I really want to see first mining Bitcoins, and that's when I usually start to invest in these companies. And I really think this Bitfury thing is a little bit suspicious, because Bitfury announced big that they're going in there and so on. But they're buying now Watts miners and Bitmain, so don't know what's going on there. Okay, so the next mining company is Greenidge. So there was a big drama with support.com and this merger there with Greenidge. So that's why I usually stay a little bit away before this merger of these companies. I want to feel safe, and then I'm starting to invest. With 3D and Any, I didn't wait for the merger because the CEO, I was interviewing the CEO, and it was very nice, and I said, okay, I put some money in there. But with Greenidge, I did last week or the week before a little bit of day trading with support.com when everyone did it. I'm glad that I sold. I'll make a little bit of profit, but not big one. But I lost no money, and that is important. This is Greenidge. It's in upstate New York. They're operating a gas-fired power plant, and they have 1 exahash already online, so big hash rate online. And yeah, they purchased another 10,000 S19s to get to 2 exahash next year. The goal is here 500 megawatt in 2025. Yeah, and the interesting thing is they're running their own power plant. So it's an electricity company. I think it's an IPP, an independent power producer, as I'm aware of. And yeah, they're now diversifying into Bitcoin mining. And I think when you're mining, when you have your own power, that's very good. I mean, there was, yeah, with Greenidge, it's always a little bit drama. First in upstate New York, there was a big drama there because people said they're boiling the sea there or the river and so on. We know that this is BS, but yeah, that's what they're saying. And now with the merger from the crazy rise to a big drop, they're mining with 1 exahash. I really have to go a little bit through the financials, maybe after the merger there, wait a little bit. And I think then we can take them into the BMXI, into the miner comparison. Yeah, because they're running 1 exahash. But yeah, a lot of people got burned there with this merger, lost a lot of money. So that's definitely, I will wait a little bit. I want to see this calming down a little bit, and then I will go in. Yeah, and they're expanding now from upstate New York to Spartanburg in South Carolina here. I think BMW is running a big car plant, manufacturing plant there, but that's just a side note here. Yeah, so it looks not overvalued in my opinion here with 960 million US dollars with 1 exahash online. But Argo or Bitfarms, they are approximately 900 or maybe 1 billion. I don't know how much they diluted here right now with the ATM. Yeah, they have 1.4 exahash online, and they have a plan to go to 8 exahash. And they're mining with only hydropower, for example, Bitfarms or Argo, approximately the same, with a big facility in Texas. So I'm not 100% sure whether I want to sell Argo or Bitfarms to buy Greenidge. I don't see the big benefit here right now, but I don't think it's a bad company. I think it looks very interesting, and I think the price is cheap, and it's Nasdaq listed, like Cipher Mining. That's also very important. So could get very interesting. Yeah, then we have 3D and Griffin Mining. They will do the merger here. I hope this will not turn out like the support.com Greenidge merger. So I would be a little bit careful here, because there are crazy things sometimes happening. Griffin Mining, I really like the CEO. Usually I'm very cautious with new companies, and they say we want to have 10 exahash and this and that, and we want to be the number one in green mining and so on. But I really like the way the CEO Rob Chung is communicating. He was coming to me. He was asking for an interview. So not a lot of companies are doing this, and I felt very comfortable with him and his vision, and that's why I started to invest early in this company, and so far it's very profitable. I'm not so big in this right now because I want to wait for the merger. They ordered 7,200 Bitmain S19s. I think they paid $66 million US dollars, so not that cheap. The first batch is online of 600 miners now, and they will increase every month now with 600 miners. And then there were these other news from 3D that they have an agreement, or the company has successfully assumed and executed the first Bitcoin agreement directly with the manufacturer for the purchase of up to 60,000 new Bitcoin miners to get to 5.7 exahash. So that would be incredible to get to 5.7 exahash. I'm not 100% sure when this all will start here in November. And then every month they will get a big batch of 6,000 miners. So I hope this is real. And when any and so on, they go to 6 exahash next year, that would be very big. Yeah, but also to include them into the BMXI, I need more data. I need the merger to going through. there's this exchange rate of 1 to 5.3, I think, with the stocks and so on. And yeah, then I need the financials, I need the operational costs and so on, and then I can include them. So this will take some time. Yeah, but was a very good investment so far for me. I was day trading this stock, very good for day trading, even if you're not a good day trader as me. But I was also investing. I'm a more successful investor, and that was also profitable so far. Okay, next one here is Luxxfolio, very short here, a very small cap miner. They have something like 20 million market cap right now. I think that's Canadian dollars. They have right now 50 petahash online, and they will increase until summer next year to approximately 300 petahash. They have a small Ethereum mining operation now. They had an acquisition here. Yeah, this is really a very small cap miner. I was also talking to the CEO, Dean Linton. Yeah, it was also a very good interview in my opinion. So that's why I said, okay, I invest a little bit. And so far, I mean, it is very profitable, Luxxfolio. In the last week here, we had this crazy increase here. I think I was buying somewhere here, so more or less at the top. I had to get through this, and yeah, but now I'm profitable. Yeah, and let's get back to any or 3D. I think I was buying somewhere here, and we were here, and now we're here. So this 3D thing was also very profitable here. But yeah, I'm now a little bit cautious because of the merger. Okay, but yeah, Luxxfolio is very small, so it's gonna be difficult to include them into my BMXI. Also, the miners are leased. Yeah, I don't think I will include it in the near term here. Then we have BitDigital. I had BitDigital at the end of last year included in my first model. And yeah, then there was this short seller attack, and the problem is that no one is trusting BitDigital, and they have the miners in China, where China banned mining. So they say they have 32,500 miners, so that's a big number here, approximately 2 exahash, a little bit less. Also a huge number. They mined a lot of Bitcoin, but we don't know where the miners are. I want to see the miners going out from China into the US, for example, or Canada. They made an agreement with DigiHost in upstate New York to host the miners there at the facility DigiHost is building right now. So they're talking about 2 exahash or 2.4 exahash, but it will start next year, I think, when the facility is completed there. So this can take some time, and we don't know right now whether these 2 exahash are mining or not. I don't think so, because as I'm aware of, they're in China. So yeah, that's a little bit difficult right now. I mean, I would include them, but they are not so transparent, and I need more information. I hold a little position right now. I bought in the last few weeks, and I'm down now 15% or 20% or so, because I was speculating, or I am still speculating. By the way, the market cap is here at $550 million US. So it's low. If you see, they have 2 exahash online, so I'm not the only one which has some issues with this company. But yeah, Northern Data plans acquisition of majority interest in Bitcoin mining company for up to 475 million through capital increase involving and so on and so on. So yeah, I was speculating, but this is right now pure speculation. I could be completely wrong in this. I have no information or insider information or something. But yeah, I mean, they say here they want to buy a mining company or a big part. You can see 475 million US here. They want to invest. I mean, that's enough to buy 80 or 90% right now of BitDigital. And yeah, a miner with 33,000 ASIC miners. You have seen that BitDigital has 32,500 ASIC miners. So that would make sense. Also, yeah, I mean, BitDigital, they have to go into another country to start the miners there, and they need a partner, definitely. Also, Northern Data needs hash rate because they're hosting a lot. I think they said 6% of the total Bitcoin network hash rate. But yeah, we know that self-mining, hodl, and so on, that's when you get the investors and when you make the big money, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, and what's also interesting is that BitDigital has this agreement with DigiHost, and also I think Northern Data is building the facility there with DigiHost up there, and they are running these miners with a hosting agreement for DigiHost. So it would make sense for me that, yeah, maybe there's something in the bush here with Northern Data or and BitDigital, but yeah, so far it was not profitable, my trade here. I'm down on this investment. I was speculating a little bit with a small position. I'm holding it, and yeah, we will see whether we are right here or I'm right or wrong. It could be also a completely different miner, or maybe they will not do it. I don't know, but yeah, sometimes it's fun to speculate a little bit. Yeah, okay, let's check Twitter here. I mean, hopefully Argo follows the hut here. Argo, right now we know that we're up here, so that would be nice. Also a nice picture here. I mean, that was the bear market here in 2018 in December here, when we dropped to $3,200. That was the top here, and that's how the last two bull markets, we had two bull markets in Bitcoin. We are now in the third. That's how the last bull market ended here. We're starting the big ramp up here at 6,000 in November, and it peaked in December at 20,000. So what I want to say here is the biggest gains are made in a very short term for Bitcoin. So it's also possible that we have a crazy increase in December or so, for example, when we get an ETF or so, but it's also possible that this time it's slower and we will peak in 2022 or so. Or another possibility is that we are already in a bear market, but I think with all the institutional interest and so on, and with the money printing, inflation, I think a drop is possible, but a real bear market, I don't see it on the fundamental stuff. I think a lot of traders will sell, and yeah, that's good. We don't need these short-term traders in Bitcoin. We want to have investors, and it's going from weak hands to strong hands. That's what it always does. Okay, guys, so a long video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.